it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle skincare, sometimes self-care, and sometimes we talk about getting ready for YouTube videos. That's what today's video is. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and follow me along as I get ready to film a whole bunch of videos today. We're going to start off in the shower. We're going to do skincare. We're going to do hair care. We're going to do makeup, hairstyles. We're going to do an outfit. We're going to do it all. So if you want to see how I achieve this look that you see in most of my videos, this is the video for you. Give it a big thumbs up and let's get started. Starting off in the shower, for my hair, I use the Deep Damage Repair shampoo from Unove, and then I use the Deep Damage Treatment EX hair mask from Unove, and this pair makes my hair so strong, silky, and soft. Okay, and I am back through the magic of video. I dried my hair off camera, and in order to keep my skin that has no skincare on it, right, moist, I did use this Benton Aloe sheet mask. So this is the Make Prem Essence Toner. I'm going to be doing 2 layers of this, and oh, that feels so good. I absolutely love this toner. It really is my #1 all-time favorite toner. So this is the Farmacy Honey Milk, and I really like this because it is a very plumping, hydrating, but also moisturizing, kind of milky essence. It's really nice for like a makeup prep type of skincare routine. All of that hydration and all that plumpness really helps to create a smoother canvas for makeup application. This is the Paula's Choice Pro-Collagen Multi-Peptide Booster. I actually have never used this. It's the first time that I'm using it. Kind of like a medium-ish gel texture. It's not too heavy. It's not really moisturizing, but I can definitely feel that there's a tiny bit of plumpness to this. But it feels pretty good. And so I can't tell you too much about it right now, unfortunately. This is the Paula's Choice C5 Super Boost Eye Cream, and this one's not new to me. I've used this before in the past. This is, I believe, my 2nd bottle of this eye cream, and this is another one that I like for the morning time. It does use a stabilized form of vitamin C, so it not only, brightens the skin, but it also acts as a protective antioxidant as well, which is nice in the morning time. So I do not skip my Stratia Lipid Gold and oil layer in the morning in winter. I will do that often in the summer. I don't always need that barrier, that extra barrier care and that extra nourishment in like the summertime. My combination skin does fluctuate with the seasons. And so that's always important to take into consideration the routines that I'm doing too, because it is a little bit different per the season. So like I said, it's extremely cold right now. And I do like the Rosehip oil in the morning. It is a little bit lighter. I'll probably switch that out to something a little bit, I almost said heftier, honkier? That's not a word. Something a little thicker, right? I'll probably be doing that soon. I do use something thicker at night. And what's nice about the oil layer, especially for makeup prep, is that it tends to add that moistness and that dewiness to the skin, even with a full face of like primer and foundation and concealer. It definitely does help, because I know a lot of people ask, like, how do I get that type of skin when I'm wearing makeup? And really, it's all about how you prep your skin before. And like I said, this isn't really much different than what I would do on an average day without makeup. I don't do a ton of special prep, but it's just that the things that work for my skin happen to look really good underneath makeup too, which is layering in all that hydration. And remember, some of that more plumping creates more of a smooth effect, and the very hydrated skin is also going to give you more of that jelly skin, glass skin, dolphin skin, honey skin, whatever you want to call it, right? Moisturized skin is really the generic term for it all, right? But then adding that little bit of oil can really be the game changer to giving you that really beautiful glow. This is the Purito Dermide Barrier Relief Moisturizer, and I really like this one because it's got ceramides, cholesterol, fatty acids. It's focused on the barrier, like the name, but it's a really nice, decently nourishing, rich, medium weight cream. It's not overly greasy. It's not overly heavy. I think that it really works well. Like I said, combo skin that's leaning dry. I really like this one. So as I mentioned to you, it is winter. It's December, and the UV index for today is
1. There's no sun and the UV level is actually 1. It is also, you know, real talk, it is getting into the early afternoon. There's not going to be very much sunlight left today, and I'm not going outside. So this is all to say I'm not going to put on any sunscreen today. All right, I'm going to style my hair next. I'm going to curl it while the curling iron is heating up. Let me quickly just tell you about nails because I am super obsessed with like a really upscaled natural nail. So I have been really liking the Essie Jelly Gloss. This is the color Arctic Jelly. And this is what I've been wearing in like all of my videos over the last, I don't know, like 2-3 months maybe it's been. So it's not fully opaque. There is, you can kind of see through it just a little bit. This is just 2 coats, by the way. So I really feel like it adds like a very nice, elegant kind of a look, but it's still understated and really clean, but just really nicely polished. And I am super thrilled with how my hair looks using the Unove shampoo and then the hair mask. Look at how shiny my hair looks. There's nothing in here. All right, so I used those 2 products in the shower, and before I dried my hair, I did put on the Olaplex number 6, the Bond Smoothing Serum. I use this for quite a few years. You've seen me use this before. It was in my recent hair care video. And so I usually just put this on my damp hair, you know, just as like a strengthening, just as like a strengthening treatment. But look at how much shine my hair has. So I do have their silk oil hair serum right here. And I was going to put this on, I guess my ends probably always need a little bit more moisture. Okay, so it's kind of like a moisturizing gel-ish serum. They do call it an oil. There's a little bit of I can definitely feel some richness to this. And right now I'm just putting it on my ends because I definitely can feel that the ends are not quite as smooth as the rest of my hair. And that is something that happens a lot in winter as, oh my gosh. It just like smoothed out the like frizzies that I could feel. Wow, 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 wow. All right, so I'm gonna section my hair off. I always do my hair no matter if I'm straightening it or curling it or waving it. It's just so much easier to do it this way. So this is my like ancient curling iron. I've had it for so long. It's not super thick. I don't exactly know the size of this. I wanna say it's like a 3/4 barrel, but I'm not entirely sure. That almost sounds kind of small. But what I do is I run the curling iron down the length of hair first, just to kind of smooth things out. And then I go halfway in and I roll upwards. And then I go down a little bit and then I rewrap it. So here I am just kind of like warming up the hair. You see, I went kind of middle here, and then I start turning it and rolling it up the barrel, holding it for a little bit. And then I kind of untwist slightly. I open this thing, loosen it up, slide it down further. So now the ends aren't getting necessarily rolled up, they're just sticking out. And then I kind of wrap it back up around the barrel, now up to halfway here, and holding it again. And if you have shorter hair, you probably wouldn't necessarily need to do it in 2 steps like that. And then there you go. That's what you get. Just come straight down, and then you got your little wave. So this is the Aussie Instant Freeze Hairspray. I've been using this forever. It's really inexpensive at Target. So you may have noticed I've recently become super duper obsessed with like hair accessories, especially like hair bows. I'm so excited that they're back in style again. I think they're so beautiful and feminine and really fun to play with, especially in the winter time, because there's like not much fun fashion that happens in the winter where I live because it's just so cold. Everybody's always bundled up. Everybody's like living in leggings and sweatshirts and fleece and stuff like that. So I just love maybe focusing in a little bit more on makeup or a little bit more on hair to kind of get through the dreary season. So I just bought these from Target. It actually came in a pack of 2. They're really small little hair bows with this clip on them. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back half of my hair and then do like a little bow right here on top. I think it's going to be really, really fun and pretty. So yeah, I'm just doing like a little half type of ponytail, and I'm just grabbing some bobby pins
to hold the hair back. And did you know you're supposed to put the wavy end of the bobby pin up against your scalp, not the other way? I learned that a few years ago and I was like, wait, have I been doing this wrong my whole life? So I do have the ribbon here and I am going to kind of put it in the center. Okay, so super simple, but just a nice way to kind of like jazz up a somewhat basic hairstyle. So you probably can't tell, but this is the Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Blur Drops. This is a primer. It's so funny that it's just like completely wiped off on the label. This is a really lightweight type of primer. So it doesn't have that spackly, dry feeling that some of those thicker primers can have, which, you know, they have their place for makeup prep too, but I really don't like how those feel. I like how this feels like a skincare product. It feels light and hydrating. It doesn't weigh my skin down, but it does just the right amount of smoothing for my skin and just the right amount of grip without feeling uncomfortable. So this is the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. As far as like filming makeup goes, this is what I've been wearing for at least 2 years now. Once I find something that works for me, I just stick with it. This is also not cheap, but I have to say it really is worth it. So this is my go-to foundation. You know, I do use a lot of different base makeup products for different situations, but you know, like I said, when it comes to blasting a ton of light on my face and filming like in 4K and all of that, you really need something that is going to perform. And I personally feel like this does. Now, is this truly a full coverage foundation? I would say it's a medium coverage foundation that's buildable. And so that's what I like. It also feels pretty comfortable for my skin and it is fragrance free. So this color is the color Deauville. I used to wear Santa Fe. It was too warm for me. So I'm just using a stainless steel foundation spatula. Was that what they're called? The applicator. These got kind of popular, I want to say like last year. You saw a lot of like K-beauty folks using this just to like wipe on their foundation like this, like apply it just by like running it on your face like that. That's interesting. I did try it and I was like, heck no, this is so silly. All right, so I have this like not beauty blender sponge and it has been moistened under the faucet. So this is a moist sponge that I'm just blending. Do you see how much like more even and nice that is? So I do actually like using that spatula for this purpose, but I don't know, the way that people were using it to just spread it on your face and not blend it in with the sponge is pretty wild. I'm sure it works. I just couldn't figure out how to make it work for me. And then I do like to use a brush just to kind of perfect those little corners a little bit better because that sponge is kind of big. It doesn't always get like perfectly around the nose, perfectly in the corner of the eye. All right, so eyebrow time. I'm going to just use a spoolie to brush my eyebrows kind of up and get the hairs moving in one direction. They tend to kind of get a little wild. And then what I do is I use an eyebrow pencil. This one is from Urban Decay. And I just use it to kind of get a general stronger shape to my natural brows. My natural brows are very blessed, but they need a little guidance, a few little thinner areas just to give it a stronger shape. And then I use the Benefit Powmade Brow Pomade. And this is just a colored eyebrow gel. So it just kind of helps fill in the rest of my eyebrows. And because it is a little bit of a shaping pomade, it's very soft, the hold that it has. It does kind of help me to, like I said, I brush them upwards. They kind of like to go in all different directions. So this just helps bring some neatness. So this is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. So I'm just gonna run that over my lids. It's definitely a necessity for a filming day. And I do call them filming days because they are marathon days. I do not film usually one video at a time. Sometimes I do, but it makes it easier for me to get up the amount of content that I do if I do more than one in a day. So this is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude eyeshadow palette. I've had this one for just about a year now and I really like it. It's a bit crumbly, though, as you see, I did lose one of the pink glitter eyeshadows, unfortunately, because it just popped out of the pan and I couldn't save it. So I was being very careful holding it up just now. So I'm going to be using the color Fair, which is a very matte, light, almost flesh color, if you will, shadow. And so what I'm doing is I'm just putting it all over my lid and kind of pulling it up the crease. And I'm just kind of creating a nice base. So now I'm going to use the color Stone, which is another matte. It's a kind of like a light to medium matte brown color here. What I do like, oh, let me tell you where I'm putting this. I'm going to be kind of putting this in this outer corner and blending it outwards here just to kind of create a shadow. The idea here with the makeup is just to kind of create a little bit more of a this shape, little bit more of that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of creating a light, subtle, you see how I'm pulling that out here. So what was I going to say before I realized I was not telling you what I was doing? Oh, the eyeshadow palette. So you see it's kind of like a light matte. It's okay if it's like a little, I'm going to blend it all at the end. So don't sweat it. This, I like the eyeshadow palette because the, gosh, I mean, aren't we all so tired of all the nude eyeshadow palettes? Probably, I am. But I will say this one really is been good for me because the neutral colors are actually neutral in the undertones. A lot of these nudes palettes tend to have orange bases in their browns, red bases in their browns, and it does not work for me. It's too warm. Remember in K Beauty, and it's still true, but I think it a little less so, but how that like really orangey, peachy kind of makeup was in. I tried that look. It did not suit my skin at all. So anyways, I've been liking this one because it's one of the few nude palettes that really feels neutral to almost cool toned. Okay, and now I'm using like a fluffy blending brush here and I'm just softening the edges and I am trying to blend outwards. I'm not trying to go in, I'm trying to go out. So I just got this new liquid eyeliner from Judy Doll. It is their slim liquid eyeliner. The package is brown and I was like, I got it out of the box and I was like, no, I don't need brown eyeliner. It is black. I was like, maybe not a good color choice. Anyway, so this is extremely like micro thin. Look at this brush tip. First time I'm using it. I don't know, this could be a mistake. I'm going to line the top of my eyelid fairly close, and then I'm going to thicken it out here at the edge. And again, we're kind of creating more of this sharper kind of a look with the eyeliner. So that's kind of just like in your mind, imagine that's really where I'm going for at this. I'm not doing a lot up here, but I'm doing a lot over here. Okay, so I stopped. I haven't finished yet, but I just wanted to show you how thin that line is. Wow. Yeah, that's really surprising. It is, I will say, I'm having kind of a hard time with the brush. It almost feels like it's already drying out. I like how this looks. I'm just saying, like, I can tell this is gonna fade. I'm not as impressed with the color payoff of this. And it already feels quite, I'm already doing this. This is brand spanking new. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm usually better with my eyeliner. This, do you see how it kind of skipped and how dry it looks? And the line is just not, this one's not as bad, but it's honestly like drying out on me. This is the first one I did, and I do like that. I don't like this. So I'm probably just going to go back to my old eyeliner. This is one you've seen from me before. It is the NYX Epic Ink Eyeliner. So this is NYX. That's Judy Doll. Can you see the difference in just the saturation?
of the black. This is what I'm talking about.
Going in for the Ardell Demi Wispies. These are hard for me to apply on camera, so I put these on off camera and my microphone kind of malfunctioned, so we're going in for a voiceover here. I use my eyelash curler to blend my natural lashes with the falsies to give it a little bit more of a natural look. And then I use the Lancome Idel Ultra Precise Waterproof Liner. This is in a dark brown. I use this under my lashes, just in the outer 3/4 of my under eye lash area. And then I use the ColourPop Cream Gel Eyeliner. This is like a nude or a flesh colored gel eyeliner. And I use this to line the waterline of my lower eyelid. Now, this is something I learned from watching K-dramas. This really opens up the eye in a very natural, hard to detect way. And see how it just makes my eye look more open and a little bit wider. I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara just to give a little bit more definition to my lower lash line. Next, going in for the Rare Beauty Contour Stick. So I run this around my hairline from my forehead all the way down my chin, giving special emphasis to the temples and right under the cheekbones, as well as under the jawline. This is just to give a subtle sculpting effect to my face. Really important when you're working on camera. All those bright lights can really flatten out your facial features. Next, I'm just going to conceal some spots with the Tower 28 Serum Concealer. And then before blending that in, I'm using YSL Touche Eclat. This is like a highlighting stick, and I put it in the corner of my eyes. And very important, I put it right under that sharp winged eyeliner, and that's really going to sharpen that line and clean everything up. I also like to put it on top of my eyebrows just to, again, give a more defined look, and then right down the bridge of my nose and right around my lips. And then I blend everything together. That just gives everything a little bit more of a perfected look. The YSL Touche Eclat bounces light and gives definition, and then the extra concealer just really perfects my base. Going in for the blush duo from Jouer Cosmetics. This is a double-ended blusher, and I like to use the color Celebrate Me. I apply this really high on my cheekbones and try not to pull it too far down my face, and then just blend it in. I love the creamy formula. It really adds to that slightly glowy and dewy base that I've been working on. Now going in for lips, I'm going to use the Etude Fixing Tint in Midnight Mauve, and then I'm going to apply the Kaja Gloss Shot in Honey Drizzle over that. This is a lip look that I use a lot in my videos. So going in with a lip liner first, I'm going to be using this one from the Sephora Play collection. It's called Dressed to the 90s. It's a little darker than the lip color that I'm going to be using. I slightly overline my lips. I don't go for a really exaggerated look, but this just gives a little bit more definition, and the slightly darker color creates a little bit more shadow. So then I go in for the Etude Lip Tint, and this is my favorite because it lasts a really long time and really stains the lips without drying them out. And then I put a little layer of the Kaja Gloss Shot right over it. And to finish everything off, the Judy Doll Highlighting Powder. I really like this. It's a very pretty champagne shimmer color, and I place that right at the tip of my nose, under my eyebrows, and on my cheekbones. Looking good. It's time to change into my filming top. Okay, and so this is the look. It is really showing off the skin. It's really moist and glass skin and beautiful, but also snatched, right? Looking really nice and sculpted. And then my top, I got this from Anthropologie on Black Friday sale. Look how pretty these sleeves are with the rhinestones. Total holiday look, right? And that is what I am rocking for the video today. And I will say, here's a microphone. I will say that YouTubers are definitely keeping it business on the top and cash on the bottom with my Birkenstocks, with the leggings and stuff. I'm always most likely wearing pajama bottoms or leggings with my beautiful tops. But anyways, yeah, it's a really pretty just like baby doll top. I'm sure it's probably sold out by the time this video comes out, unfortunately, because I can only afford Anthropologie when it's like sale is on final sale. All right, I have a lot more work ahead of me today. So thanks for being here with me today. I love you so much, and I do hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. I'll see you in the next video.